Something I've picked up on is the fact that the Duffers have a chronic case of watering down their characters to one singular trait, especially in season 5. It is, quite frankly, infuriating. This is my problem with a lot of the character arcs that we see in season 5. They take these characters with really complex, interesting dynamics, deep cut trauma, different things that go into who they are as characters, and they just go, okay, how can we make them one-dimensional? My greatest example of that, and this is because I analyze his character a lot, but Will Byers. Before you argue with what I'm about to say, go watch my actual explanation videos on this because I know you. I know you're gonna comment before watching the videos, and I am not gonna listen to you unless you've watched those videos, okay? La 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 la, I can't hear you. Will Byers, the entire trauma that he goes through with the Upside Down in the first seasons, that is an allegory for SA, which is displayed and made pretty clear in the first 5 minutes of this season. It is supposed to be this metaphorical representation of SA. We also have his trauma with his father. He grew up in an abusive household. We can also just look at the fact, even if we take away the allegory part of it, his trauma with the Upside Down, his trauma with being possessed, being isolated, and somehow, this is what gets me, somehow this season, they managed to whittle all of it down. At the most climactic part, they go, okay, how can we make this just about him being gay? He has other character traits. He has other things that make him who he is. And you want to know one of the other things that makes it obvious? In Mike's, future projections, foresight, he imagines Will at a bar. Can we remember that Will's an artist? Why couldn't they made him, at an art school? Painting. No, they had to just show that he was gay. Hey guys, by the way, Will's gay. Will's gay, guys, Will's gay. But no, they did explore his trauma with Vecna. No. They really didn't. Because we didn't see any of the Vecna visions, which is insane. Show don't tell, that's the first fucking rule of filmmaking. And the fact that they had this setup where Will goes, Vecna showed me these really scary visions and now I have to come out to everyone, but the audience isn't gonna see them. I just saw them, but nobody else is going to see them. There are no stakes there. That makes the whole coming out scene anticlimactic. It doesn't make sense. It's foolish. But it's the fact that they just managed to whittle this down to how can we confine him to just this one trait? He goes through these traumatic experiences with Vecna, but we don't actually really see any of it. Not in any meaningful way. You have a character that is interconnected to the hive mind, and you don't do jack shit with him in the finale, where they defeat the Mind Flayer, the thing that's controlling the hive mind. You give him one scene where he interacts with Henry, and then he clutches up for Elle one time, and that's it. That's it. That doesn't make sense. Because you're taking a character that has all of these layers and you're going, no, the only one that matters is the fact that he's gay. So we're gonna completely get rid of all this other complex stuff. We're gonna ignore the fact that, he's connected to the hive mind. We're gonna ignore his childhood trauma. We're gonna ignore his trauma with his father. We're gonna, and they just go, no. That could have been done by showing the parallels between Vecna and Will in a better sense. But I feel like they kind of dropped the ball on the Vecna